Drama. This week has been filled with drama. You guys like to gobble up drama. It's like, you know, like that. that dude that does that. Look, the drama couldn't get much bigger than this. The two goats in the sport seemingly not getting along. Obviously, I've hung out with both of them. I stayed at Rich's house for a week, went to his barn. I've been with Matt at his house. We've had coffee, we've trained. So naturally, people have been going, what's your opinion on this?
And you're in Cookeville, which is obviously Rich's hometown. What's y'all's relationship like, you and Rich?
Yeah. Wow.
Is that not a good question?
So this drama started off when Matt Fraser got asked about Rich Froning on the Darren Woodson podcast.
Trying to think how to answer this tactfully. I've lived in Cookeville for 3 years, and Rich hasn't spoken to me in about 2.5.
Really?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I asked around about what happened, or like, you know, I was really concerned about it at first.
Yeah.
I still have never gotten an answer, but
Yeah.
I've since he did it to me, I've seen him do it to 3 or 4 other people where he just excommunicated them. I lived there like maybe a couple months, like 5-6 months. And there was just some weird shit that went on. And I was kind of like, you know, I tried to talk to him, try to give him an out of like, hey man, like we're still cool, right? Like, I don't know what's happening. Yeah. And no confrontation, wouldn't tell me what he was thinking, doing, nothing, never gave me a reasoning for like why I got kicked out of everything.
So first off, it looks like Matt and Rich haven't spoke for the last kind of 2.5 years. And it looks like from Matt's perspective, there's no reason why. It just kind of happened. However, since the release of this podcast, we've had a reply from Rich Froning as to why this was the case.
You know, there's always been kind of a weird air between us in the last couple of years. And when he first moved down here, is when I had some like knee stuff going on, and I didn't want to be around somebody that could do any and everything, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't squat for probably 2 years with either tendonitis, really bad, or the meniscus. And so, you know, I guess I did in the beginning kind of shut him out, and I don't know if it snowballed from there. And it's almost like he was chasing ghosts, and just, you know, a lot of just, I guess, lack of communication in the beginning, but just sucks, like I said.
When watching that clip of Rich, you know, I'm not going to go into this. Like, I'm just not. Like, people want, like, I don't... The thing is, when stuff like this sometimes happens, it's like people want to create a narrative and they want to come up with more than what's actually happened and like blow it into something huge. You know, that's how news outlets make their money. That's how a lot of people get their views on YouTube. I mean, I've done it in the past. What I'll do for you guys is down below, you can see Matt's full segment, and I'll put a timestamp so you can fully hear his part of the story. It's like 5 or 6 minutes long. And then I'll put Rich's link, the one below it, with the timestamp if you want to listen to his full explanation. But to be honest, you're just wasting your time. What it is, team, is like these two guys are winners. You know, there's levels. If you're a CrossFit Games champ, and especially a multiple time CrossFit Games champ, you are an alpha. You are a winner. You don't get there by being half dedicated. You don't get there by not believing that you're the best. It's a fact. And really what it looks like from this story is that Matt moved to Cookeville, which is Rich Froning's hometown. New Alpha moves into Old Alpha's town. Old Alpha has a little bit of an injury, doesn't want to train with New Alpha. Fully understand that. Like, I've been there. Like, it's frustrating when you have an injury and you just want to do stuff, but you can't, and then you see someone else severely progressing because they can do everything because they're fit and healthy, and you're trying to deal with an injury. It sucks. Like, it really does. And anyone that says that that doesn't suck is a liar. Especially when you're so close to someone in competition and everyone's going to compare you. It brings a lot of pressure. And from that initial kind of standoffishness, there's just been a bit of weirdness in the air, which then, you know, when you have a relationship with anyone out there and you have a bit of weirdness in the air, every little thing that they do, if you're on the receiving end of it, it kind of fabricates in your mind, and it can be a bigger problem than it actually is. And then the longer you don't talk about it, the worse it gets, the bigger the situation gets. And that's just life. That just happens in everything. So if you have a problem with someone, you should usually tell it. I mean, that's just life, and that just happens in everything. Should Rich probably have talked to Matt and said, look, dude, I'm going through a rough time. I don't really want to train alongside you, like, but yeah, maybe. It just seems like a miscommunication that has led on to 2.5 years of just, you know. I'll tell you something though, team. The time I've spent with both of the guys, they're genuinely nice dudes. who have both done incredible things for the sport of CrossFit. They've both had a massive part in building CrossFit into what it is. Would it be cool if they just buried the hatchet over a cup of coffee? Yeah, I think so. Are they gonna? I don't know. After all this has come out, maybe they'll reach out to each other and be like, hey dude, sorry, like I completely didn't see where you were coming from. Like, and then we could start seeing more of the collab of the season, you know? We could just see more of Matt and Rich training together, which would be incredible. Is it gonna happen? I don't know. And if it doesn't, then it's just two alphas doing their alpha things. The great thing about the world that we live in is there's over 7 billion people. And this isn't news to any of you, but we're not gonna get on with every single person that we come across. So believe it or not, they don't have to be friends if they don't want to be. Honestly, there isn't much of a story. The story is, Rich is very good at CrossFit and probably better than you. The other story is, Matt is very good at CrossFit and also probably better than you. Thanks for tuning in on today's video, team. Hope you have a hyped rest of the day, week, month, lockdown, whatever you're doing. As hyped as this kid pulling his deadlift. There's so much hype in this video. There's no audio, but there's so much hype. It's incredible. And I wish that upon you guys. Please do smash that like button. I'm just talking truth today, team. Like, there's no, like, just... It is what it is. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming back and watching the video. Please hit that smash like button. Sounds like something off Super Mario. And if you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. It means a lot. We'll catch you in the next video.